Looking for a new air compressor for your shop, garage, or your work? Today I'm testing out Fortress high-performance 6-gallon unit sold by Harbor Freight. I'll tell you all about it coming right up. Hi, this is Ross with DIY on the House. This is one of our many DIY videos, so go ahead and hit the subscribe button to be updated on future videos. But today I'm going to unbox the Fortress Air Compressor from Harbor Freight. My son recently got one, so you know what? Dad has to have one too. And this unit costs roughly $140. I'm going to test various applications on this air compressor, so watch as I put this air compressor to the test. So we're going to go ahead and plug it in. One of the first things I see that I like on it, on the side of it, there's a drain cock, and typically these are ignored. All compressors, when they pull in air into them, especially in humid conditions, the bottom of the tank gets a lot of moisture in it. So that's already pre-charged, which is kind of cool. So when you open that up, you'll get relieve it of any water that's in it. Try to keep a dry tank. It's actually very important. So we'll go ahead and fire it up, on button. It took a couple minutes for it to pump up, but it is pump up to 175. A typical compressor goes up to about 125, so it would have actually shut off earlier had not been for the extra 50 pounds it had to put in. To bring up the pressure on the regulator side, you pull out the regulator knob, and there's a plus and a minus symbol right here. So we're going to go towards the plus, spin that up, and you can actually see the dial, the pressure gauge come up. And I think we'll go run, for our first test, we'll run about there. I'm not sure where that's at once I first trigger it. So we'll try that. This gauge right here is actually tank pressure, the pressure on the whole system. This gauge right here is the pressure that's going to be put out the port. And then, of course, there's always the safety pop-off. So if it overpressurizes, this will pop off. Or when you're done, you can pull this and relieve the pressure on the tank. And that's probably a good idea. You don't want to, typically leave stuff under pressure if you don't need to. So on this, it does have dual outlets, upper and a lower, which is kind of handy because sometimes you use a couple different air tools at one time. Like as far as finished nails. You can have a large nailer and then a finish nail. So that's actually kind of handy. One of the two main tools I use is a half-inch air gun. And I use this all the time, just for mechanics and doing wheels and tires. So we'll check this out, see if it works. We'll go ahead and plug it in. Okay. Looks like everything's good. Looked like it stayed right at about 100 PSI when I did that, so. Wow, nice. So, just doing that right there, just lowered it to 150. I still have plenty of air left. I can actually run this gun. That was actually impressive. Taking that off, I could easily take off a wheel or two, no problems with the same amount of pressure. It did kick back on, but you don't have a lot of volume. That's what to be expected to have a smaller tank compressor. So overall, love that. That's awesome. The next thing I do, I use a nailing gun a lot. This is just a brad nailer. Constantly use it for trim or whatever around the house. So we'll pop that. We are back to around 100 by around 160. I like to run these though, about 90 PSI. We'll see how that is. No nails. So I'll go ahead and trigger that up. If I could nail that fast, it'd be awesome. There's no way I can nail that fast. I actually was watching the gauge while I was nailing, watching the overall, not the regulated pressure. That was actually staying just perfect. The tank pressure, once the compressor kicked on with the brad nailer, was actually gaining pressure on me. I couldn't use it that fast. There's no way I could nail that fast, unless I went, just kept triggering it. But I don't think anybody can do that. So overall, that's super impressive. Having the compressor actually keep up with you and actually start gaining pressure while you're actually working with the tool, especially with a tank this size. One of the main uses I use a compressor for is spray painting. I got a HVLP gun that I use. I like does the best, and so I need a decent air supply for this. And even if this doesn't perform as well, I can always stop and wait. You don't want to wait too long between, if you have to stop and wait, because the paint will start to cure. So we'll give this a try. I do run this gun at about 35 psi. So we'll actually knock that down. Actually, we'll run at about 30. Yeah, great. Okay. So I would say that's a success. I started with a full canister of water just to see how many square feet I could run through. It's close to 6 by 6, so 36 square feet. Not bad at all. I think I could have kept on going and emptied the canister, and this thing would have actually kept up. So without a doubt. So it will definitely take care of any painting needs you need, as long as it's not a full car or something. I don't know if I would do that. Just because of worrying about this thing actually getting hot. So other than that, let me put this stuff away and we'll do a final review. So overall on the Fortress high performance air compressor, I actually think it's a great air compressor. It's got a 0.95 1 horsepower motor. It delivers 3.0 cubic feet per minute, 175 psi, which is good because you have a lot more storage then. And then it says it's a 6-gallon tank. And it's actually light. I would guess it's around 25 pounds right in that area. Really, it's great. It kept up with me for painting, for the impact wrench, for the nail gun. So I think this would be actually a great gift or a great addition to your garage. So as far as I would say I'd give it a thumbs up, but I'd actually purchase it and have no problem telling people and recommending it. So I hope this video is helpful to you. If you would, give us a thumbs up if you liked it, and any comments. So check out our other videos. We have quite a variety of different videos for around the house. And we just enjoy it, and we thank you so much for watching.